Esha, how's it going? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let me make sure my volume is up. Okay. Um, so I did notice that well, we have both masculine and feminine sides to us. So I realized that the feminine side of me has been torn. It's been turned off a lot. So it's been torn and has been in fragments. Um, and that and that I'm now just learning what it means to be soft. I've been in my masculine energy all the time because I've had to, didn't have a moment to really just be a girl, even in the past relationships and stuff like that. So that came up and I was like, oh, that's why I'm so, gosh, what is it? Hard on myself as well. Um, there's a lot of things that came into, my head at that time, what made me notice what the um those issues were and why that was coming up. So I'm learning to be soft, to be a girl. I'm a girl, but I'm learning to just be more feminine. I think I'm feminine anyway, but the soft side of me needs to come forward a lot more.
Okay. How long did you wear your seeds?
They stayed on. I keep them all on up until Friday evening, and I take them off. Mhm.
Okay, so that's about 6 days.
Yeah.
Do you know what triggered that reflection to come up? Was there something specific or did you just notice in general?
Well, they were on at the time, but I think I just noticed it in general. A lot of things were coming up because I'm constantly had my hands on my ears, pressing it when I need it, massaging when I need it. It was just one of the things that was just brought to my attention.
What about any crying this week?
Um, yeah, there was some crying. I have to keep referencing my journal because these ear seeds keep me in this journal now. They do. A lot of stuff comes up. Yeah, so I did notice that there was a lot of emotions that came up, like they were hitting me all at once. And so there was anxiousness, nervousness, irritated, frustrated, restless, and then there was some crying. But they were all just hitting me back to back to back. And so as I go through it, I had to remember, okay, these are suppressed emotions that are coming up. These are the remnants. Um, let's see. And so then what happened with that after that, I started to eat emotionally. And then I wish I had had the supplement that I go to because I was like, when eating emotionally, I know where it comes from. And I resisted for a while and then I finally gave in and I picked up a little small piece of cake. And then I was like, God darn it, I shouldn't have ate that. Um, yeah, so that's where that comes from. I think at times it comes up with the anxiousness and not knowing what to do with them because you allow them to come up, but some of them sit there and it's like, oh my gosh, will you go somewhere? So that's what happens at times. I'll pick up the little tiny cake and like just one little cake, like a little Debbie or something. And I do not keep them in the house, but I had a box that week. So I had like it was the last one. And I ate it. So, it comes and goes.
Would you say emotional eating is your only crutch right now? Is there anything else that you go to for relief?
Now I have been doing a lot of breath work. I've been intentionally sitting still, doing meditations, and just to sit with the emotions that come up because sometimes that's all you can do. I don't like suppressing them like I used to because they keep coming back up. So the best thing to do is to sit with it. And so that has helped. And so in the midst of the meditation, because I'm just the observer, when they come up, I notice them, but some of them can be a little intense. So then automatically go into the breathing exercises that I do. And I'll do it for as long as I need to until the feeling subsides. Hmm.
Okay, and I heard you say that you have been in your journal, which I honestly think is like the best thing you could do with the emotions when they come up.
Yes.
So continue to use your journal to support you.
Okay.
Excellent job choosing to sit with them because you know that's the hardest part.
That's the hardest part. But you might as well do it because I'm telling you, they can come up, keep coming up, and keep coming up until you deal with it. It do not just go away.
Right.
So
Uh,
yeah.
did you have any flashbacks this week?
Um, yeah, but you know what? They weren't like they didn't disrupt my day. Like they came in and I recognized what they were. Um, I felt, I could say, I don't want to say a lot of anger. It was more disappointment. Um, and I did write that down, like, some emotions, past emotions were coming up as well. And I didn't linger on them that long. I literally had to, I just was like, okay, that happened
Mhm.
and I remember it and that was it.
Yeah. Were they mom specific?
They were. They were.
From childhood, adolescence, adulthood?
um, Let me just try to recall. Some of them, yes, were into adulthood, and then some of them as well were like stuff I remember when I was young, but it wasn't as many. Um, I did go back and be like, oh, that's where that came from when I was young. Like a memory came up, and I said, that's where that came from, and this is why this issue transpired into, adulthood.
What about your sleep this week?
Okay. So I think I did write something about that. Okay. So I did notice that the emotional energy has stayed with me from, uh, but like from when I'm at work to my drive home to when it's time to go to bed. So what I noticed, I'm starting to take a while to settle down for sleep again. And so I go into I think I have that bedded in me now. I just start my breathing exercises. But it still takes me a while to settle down. Um, but when I go to sleep, I do sleep well. So I can say that when I do sleep, I sleep well.
Okay. What about your morning and nighttime routine right now?
So okay, so my morning routine is really good. The first thing I do is when I get up, I have my yoga mat on the side of the bed. So my feet touch that first. And the first thing I do is I get out of the bed and I sit and I do some breathing exercises. And then I go into like short yoga routine, but it's mainly to help stretch my body, in the morning. Um, it just opens up, the heart space. And then from there, I turn on these uplifting music. And I'm throughout the house singing in the morning while I'm getting myself together, feeding the cat. So I have all this uplifting music. I put a playlist on, play the uplifting music, and I'm good. The time it's time to leave the house, I'm good. I have a song in my head, and my energy's up, it's high,
Yeah.
and I'm good to go.
Um, have you had a chance to check out the playlist that I shared with
I
you?
did, but I haven't listened to the whole thing yet. So I've been hitting pieces of it, and I was like, oh, let me come back to it. But I have not listened to the whole thing yet.
We'll circle back. Just try to
Okay,
add it in this week.
I will.
We know what resonates. Okay. And then what about your mental state? Would you say this week you had more of a brain fog or you had more clarity?
Um, I say it's a little bit of both. At times it was brain fog, and at times it was clear. Like I had that was clarity for me, knowing like the masculine, it was more feminine because I've been in my masculine energy for such a long time. So that was some clarity for me. Like, okay, I'm understanding that. So it was a little bit of both. Yeah, there was definitely some brain fog this week for sure.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I want to go back to what you mentioned about the feminine and the
Mm-hmm,
masculine energy.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, how do you generally feel about being at this transitional point where you are actively shifting into your feminine energy?
Well, first, I can say that my body's nervous system is re-regulating. It's and so I noticed that I need naps. Told you before, I was a person. I am not a nap person. Um, Now I am taking those naps, and I don't resist it. I'm tired, and I'm learning now the softer side of me is allow yourself to rest.
Mhm.
And so that's what I was doing. Um, I took a nap today, and it was a good hour, but it was a restful hour, maybe a little over that. Yeah, about maybe an hour, 15 minutes or something like that. So the masculine side of me, like I said, was always resistant and go, 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 go. Mine all over the place and not allowing it to settle down. I'm I'm walking in a little more of ease, and just being present with myself more. Um, I am like fully aware of a lot more things than I was before. And the meditation has been a huge part of that. And I look at the meditation as feminine energy too, because it allows you to be still, rest, and just be in the present moment. And so that opens my ears, my eyes, everything, all the senses to just be present. So, and then hearing everything that surrounds you. And also, it also has a lot to do with the environment. I feel safe. I feel so much more safer. So the masculine doesn't always have to be ready to fight, you know. Yeah.
Right. Does that trigger any anxiety for you? That
When
newness of like feeling safe?
that I wasn't feeling safe.
That you're feeling safe now? Sometimes when we go from being in survival mode to being okay,
Hmm.
it's odd. It can cause anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it'll come up out of nowhere. Like I know I'm in a safe environment and I'll be sitting watching TV and all of a sudden I'm like, oh no, what is this? And then will admit I'll search up here. Did I miss something? Did I forget something? What did I do? And then I can't figure it out. I have got myself now conditioned. I just start breathing. I could close my eyes and I just, oh, whatever it is emotionally, the breathing helps. So even though you hear people silently go, I feel the emotion. So I have to release it as I exhale. So yeah, all that. So the anxiety has definitely come up, even though I know I'm in a safe,
Mhm.
out of survival mode. Hmm.
Okay. Um, what about your inner child? If you told me how she was doing in like 5 words, how is she doing?
She is adjusting to her new way of living.
Okay.
She's adjusting. Like, there's no drama. We're good. Um, I can just be free. I can be myself. My shoulders up. That's the little girl. Yeah, she's like, yeah. It's such a different feeling, but it's a good feeling. I'm about to get emotional because I haven't been there in a long time. I don't remember how it felt. So yeah, it's good.
I think when we get far down this path of no contact,
Hmm.
it's easy to lose sight of what we have really done for ourselves.
Yeah.
You changed your whole life trajectory. Like you have literally traded in an old life for a new one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did. It's
And
a tough
you,
road. It was worth it.
yes, and you're on the other side. The hardest part is
Mm.
behind you. And, it doesn't mean there are no challenges, right?
Right.
There are challenges to adjusting to living life without having your mother, sometimes even your whole family there, as a support system. That's an adjustment. But the hardest part is behind you.
Yeah.
And as you continue to settle into this safety, you purge the trauma, you're doing tremendous work right now
Mm.
to create space for new, abundant energy that is flowing and generating life.
Mhm.
Yeah. That is what you are communicating to yourself, to her, and
Mhm.
to the rest of us. You're telling everyone that you are creating space in your life for more and better.
Yeah. You always say it so well. I don't think of it till you form the sentence like, oh yeah, that is what I'm doing.
Well, that's what I'm here for, so that you get that validation because it's so easy when you're doing it, you have to do it.
Yeah.
You have to do
Mhm. You have to do it.
Yeah, we can forget to like celebrate ourselves and pat ourselves on the back. That's why you need another party to observe and to be able to help give you
Yeah.
that perspective on what you're really doing.
Abs- Absolutely. Yeah. Um, yeah, like you said, celebrate myself.
Yes, yes. We said last time your homework was to celebrate. Did you do anything?
So, okay, so here's the thing. I was, I will be honest with you. I was like, she said celebrate. I'm a little stuck. I don't know how to celebrate. I'm
Okay.
like, I don't know how to celebrate this. Like, I literally was trying to write it down in the journal, and I was like, Asia, we don't know how to celebrate right now. What in the world do we do?
Okay, well, that's a good problem to have.
Okay. You're right.
Um,
I was like, how am I supposed to celebrate this? Because
yeah,
I just didn't know. I'm still thinking on it.
yeah. Well, that kind of connects me to another question I want to ask. How have you been playing lately?
Oh, so um, I'm silly. I don't think a lot of people know that. Those who really know me, I can be very silly and funny. So the circle now is extremely small, but I'm silly. I'm very silly, and I'm laughing at myself now, and like I'm doing like what is that? I did that in the house. So, like the hills are alive to the sound of music. I didn't play it, but I did something like that, just being silly and, in the house, dancing around and just that's how I'm playing. And it's freeing. Um, what's that song? The Shackles off my feet. So I can, oh my gosh, that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I think that you're right on the money because sometimes that play is a very contrived thing. Like you might have to go buy a coloring book and some crayons or color pencils.
Mhm.
Sometimes it literally is just doing what feels good, what feels like recess to you in that moment.
It feels natural now. And
Yes.
oh, a big thing for me. A lot of that built up stress, trauma, everything. And you know me, I said I'm big on yoga and everything else. And I felt like I kept being pushed to go outside and put your feet in the grass. And I don't know what it is, but it was up here as well. I'm still trying to figure out where it came from. But I was having issues taking my shoes off, putting them in the grass. Um, and of course, my mom was like, "Oh, it was in the grass. Is there anything in here?" So I finally released it. I took my cat. He's an indoor cat, but he thinks he's an outside kid. I told him he's not ready for these outside streets. But anyway, we go in the backyard. And he, like, of course, he's going out there, this ground. I'm like looking at him and he's just relaxed and he's peaceful. He's laying. I'm like, he's grounding himself. So I watched him and someone said, yeah, you need to do the same thing. So it took me about a few minutes and I said, okay, take your shoes off and put your feet in the grass. And I did. I just walked around and was shaking off any, like, stop thinking there's something in the grass, where you're at, everything's good. And sat down, kept my feet in the grass. I can't explain it. It was just a wonderful feeling to just literally ground my feet into Mother Earth. I was like, I haven't done this in so long. It was just like the covering thing. Like, what? Game changer. Same thing with the feet. Like, okay, you got to come out and do this while the weather's beautiful, at least once a week. So yeah.
I definitely think that is a good ritual to add into your routine.
Yeah.
Maybe some outside yoga if you're into that.
Yeah.
Now we talked last week about those bathtub liners.
Oh my gosh. So I did get them. I got the bath. Why you gonna be mad? Because I was like, oh, she's gonna be so upset. So they
No.
were supposed to come the next day.
Yeah.
There was a delay. So they didn't get here till like Monday, and I couldn't pick them up until Tuesday because they weren't here. I had them go to a locker.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't pick them up until Tuesday. And so by the time I got home, I'm exhausted. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do them Friday. I don't know what happened Friday, but it didn't happen. So I said they're gonna get done today. So it'll be done today because now I'm looking forward to getting in there. I was like, oh, I got the liners. So I have been looking forward to doing them, but they will get done. I'm definitely getting in there and doing that whole herbal bath.
That sounds like your way to celebrate right there.
Okay.
Like, now that you have the liners, but decorate, make it special for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Candles, if that's I mean, I know we talked about stuff to add, but like your salt, your different bath tea. I know you said you have something you're gonna add. Some flower petals, some mood lighting, some music,
Yeah.
whatever is gonna feel the best to you, but really make it special.
And then lemon balm. I've been drinking that tea lately. That has been very nourishing for me. So I probably will do that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sounds nice. A preferred beverage,
Yes.
decorated bath. You're gonna get in and relax. You're gonna rest. You're gonna get out feeling rejuvenated. Yeah.
And I made that specifically, for, any emotional trauma, just to have an emotional release. So I will definitely be taking advantage of it.
Yeah. Do you
When
want
you mentioned the liners, it was like, what? They have those?
you are not the only person who has been like, ooh, I do not want to get into this bathtub.
Can do
Yeah. Yeah.
it.
I'm getting a good bath. Um, okay. So we'll follow up. We will follow up when we meet next about how your bath went. Maybe consider putting a little time into a nighttime routine, structuring it a little bit more to help with.
Yeah. What I've been trying to do is like the same thing that I do in the morning. I've been trying to sit down and breathe, and then do some light stretching to help my body settle down. Not the stretching that I do to help me energize, is to help me settle down. So I'll do I'm gonna start doing the gentle, very gentle yoga, and then sit down and do some breathing and help me. Because I noticed, like I said, it's taking a little bit longer for me to settle down, because all whatever it is with the body and the mind, everything seems to come up in the evening, just like a cold, it gets worse at night. Like, come on, I've been dealing with this all day, and then it hits me again in the evening. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Oh, um, I cannot remember from your birth chart, but there may be a particular kind of therapy. Like for me, it's water therapy. So taking a bath is the thing that I do before bed that makes it so that I can just fall asleep. There
Okay.
might be something, some element like a candle, a diffuser, like some aromatherapy. There might be
All
something
right.
you can add in there to really best support you in
Okay.
falling asleep at
And
night.
it's funny you say that, because even though I'm more of a shower person, I do have like I think it's a diffuser, and it has lavender in it. So I have that going when I'm in the shower to help me settle down. But I wasn't doing the stretching and stuff because I was so focused, like trying to get this is more of a mind thing. So yeah,
Yeah, it sounds like you have the right elements. If you can structure your nighttime a little, your
yeah,
nighttime routine a little bit more,
yeah,
so your brain be like, oh, okay, it's time to go to bed.
yeah. That's exactly what I need to do, is structure the nighttime. I have the morning down. It's the nighttime. Yeah.
And massaging your seeds that's a good time. It will help, all the other elements will relax you, but massaging your seeds then will um, naturally cause your body to relax.
Mm.
Um, do you journal at a set time of day, or do you just journal when it comes up, or both?
I journal when it comes up. I do at times will journal at night for bed, because anything up here I want it all to hear and on that paper. So I'm not, you know, it being on my mind when I'm trying to rest. So that is definitely intentional. But when it comes up, especially during the day and I have time, like I will grab like a little piece of paper and write something down, put it in the pocket, and then I'll come back and I will put it in the journal, because I do go back and reference it. So yeah,
Yeah, a nighttime brain dump in your journal
I do.
might, yeah, that will help
Yeah.
counteract those intrusive thoughts that don't settle.
Hmm. And then, like I said, what I had learned before, like writing the journal, like I told you, I do it in list form.
Mhm.
So it's like I'm creating a list, and it makes it easier for me. And I'm not thinking of journal like, "Oh, Lord, I write this long thing." I make it like a list.
Yeah,
So I get it all out, and it helps. Yeah.
just yeah, that is good. And in dreams, that was the other thing. Are you, because I know we said we were talking about journaling dreams. Have you been able to recall any dreams? Have you gotten any down in your journal just yet?
No, not yet. And like I can say, like I'll have like little faint pieces. Like I know I was dreaming about something, but it's not. It doesn't keep, and I'm like, I don't remember what it was. But it's like I'll have a faint memory, but it can't, doesn't come fully out. So no, not yet.
Hmm.
Let's see, did I write? No. No.
Okay, just keep an eye on it. If you can remember anything, even if it's just a tiny detail that you can write down, uh,
Yeah.
that may pick up more.
Okay.
So then we'll follow up next week about the playlist, your nighttime routine. Um, oh, are you okay? It seems scattered, but it's not. Have you been dancing intentionally lately? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like dancing is like a go-to play activity for you.
Oh my God. Dancing at the stove, dancing, washing dishes. It, all the time.
Um,
Dancing cats. I'm telling you, I'm silly now. I'm more silly.
so that is such a treat that I hope you are just enjoying
Yeah.
to be at play with your inner child. Um,
Mm,
that might be an activity that you intentionally build into a morning or nighttime routine. Like that, I think for you, that's an important activity that will give
yeah.
you release. And if
Mm,
you make sure to do it, it ultimately will help resolve some of the tension so you can fall asleep easily.
yeah.
Anything else? Any questions? Anything else you noticed?
Oh, this was something I did journal. Um, Improved self-esteem.
Mhm.
Um, loving myself more. So I have came across actually some pictures of me from the past, and I was looking at the pictures, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I was looking and saying that I should look so pretty in that picture. But I remember during that specific time, I did not feel like if I was beautiful or that I looked good. So um looking at them now and I see the beauty, like it was all inside. It was just, and I would look at the pictures, it's like, why did I not see that in myself? I understand now, but I can sit back and look at that and be like, wow, you were really pretty. You were pretty in that picture. I'm still pretty, but I did not see it then at all. I didn't always feel that way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, as soon as you said that, I heard reparenting
Yeah.
because now you're able to go back to
Yeah.
that woman that you were,
Mm,
just as beautiful as she could be in that present moment, and give her the love that she could not give to herself.
mm. Wow. I received that.
And that means that you have enough love within yourself for yourself
Mhm,
infinitely. You have enough love for yourself in this moment, for the woman that you've always been, for the little girl that you once were, the
mhm.
woman that you're growing into. And that is a love that is expansive, it's overflowing.
Uh,
I know we talked about spirit last time.
yeah.
That love comes from the divine. That love is divine.
Mhm.
And when we reach the point where we can extend grace and love and kindness, compassion to ourselves as an instinctual habit,
Mm,
that's just what you do, that's just how you move, that's just how you treat yourself,
mhm.
then we elevate to a new level. We become prepared for a new opportunity to commune with the divine, because now we're not our own worst enemy.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We're just talking about that. Like I said, I was saying that I know I am the worst critic, but I'm softening and learning acceptance.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Take note of. And I know we said, so I mentioned last time, every time that you have a little milestone of self love, every time you stand up for yourself, every time you do
Mm,
better than what you would have done, it's like a leaf that blossoms on your vine.
mm,
You get to look down at that leaf and say, hey, look at that. That is not nothing. It takes up space. That is new. It's beautiful. It's
yeah.
valid. It's mine. It is real.
Mm,
That is a testament to my love, to my protection, right? To my safety, to my boundaries, to the work that I've done,
Mm,
what I have accomplished,
right.
to the newfound strength.
Mm,
Yes, celebrate. You have to celebrate.
okay.
Yeah.
I think now when you say celebrate, stuff is coming up. Self-care.
Mhm.
Celebrate with self-care. What else can you do for yourself, Aisha? What else can you do for yourself to make you feel good? Yeah.
And now that you see how you are now your own advocate,
Yeah.
your own friend.
Oh my gosh. Again, I didn't think of it till you said something now.
Yes.
Yeah, I am. I
Yes.
am. And I am so content. Like I'm my own best friend.
Mhm.
I
Yes.
am.
Oh,
Oh
you
man.
see how your life just goes to the next level because now your inner child is not alone in the world.
No. Mm. And oh my, yeah, I remember feeling
Mhm.
alone. And I don't feel like that.
Yes, there was a time when you would have looked at that same picture
Mm-hmm.
and there would have been no advocate in the room
Not
for the inner child represented there. No one would have spoken up in love for her. No one would have spoken into her, spoken life over her, covered her. No one would have advocated for her.
that's right. Mm. Mm.
Woo!
You're right.
Yes, yes, that
That's
is the
big.
payoff right there.
Mm.
That's huge.
That is huge.
You can buy that. If people could buy it, they would buy it.
They would.
You have to
Work
fight
for
for that.
that.
Yes.
Yes.
You have
Wow.
to fight for that. That's the only way that you get that.
Mm. Yeah.
So now that you have established yourself as a fighter, you get to rest a little bit. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought of. I was like, I need to rest. That
Mhm.
nap. And it was just, I just went straight, laid down with, I didn't even fight it. I was like, mm-mm, let me go get this pen. And it was exactly what I needed.
Yeah. You
And
deserve
I'm glad I'm listening to myself more.
Yes, look at that.
It's natural.
Yes, right. But you see how much more respect you give to yourself, how much you're able to respect yourself. Like, oh, I'm tired. There was a time in the past when you, like so many of us, it's like what a Black woman might do to herself in the moment when she's tired is dismiss herself,
Mm. Yeah.
judge herself,
Mm.
right? She will be the one talking junk to herself about being tired,
Being tired.
talk her own self out of a nap, right? Refuse to take a nap because she's a strong, independent woman and she can do it all and she doesn't need rest. What is she, human?
Right.
Right.
That superwoman complex.
Mm,
Mm. Yeah.
mm. And now you just go lay down.
I don't even fight it. Where's the pillow?
Mhm. Yes.
And I want this for all Black women. Oh my gosh.
Mhm. This is our
Rest.
destiny.
Rest.
Peace.
Peace.
Mhm. Yeah, because when you're at rest and you're at peace and you're safe, then you can have joy.
Pure joy. Because that's where I'm at. I'm safe. I have peace.
Mhm.
Man, wow. I'm here.
Yes.
I can't even, wow. Mm. I'm just going to sit with that because I don't even have words for it.
Yeah. Let it out. You did the work.
Mm.
This is the part where you get to enjoy it.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is when it pays off.
Mm.
Where it adds up to a different lifestyle.
And you will not, when you get to this space, you will not compromise it for anyone or anything. It
Because
nothing
look what
will able get you to even like what? You want me to what? Oh, yeah, it's like when you said it, it was like, oh, I'm safe, peace. It just set right in even more.
I don't know if you've heard, lately people have been talking about quantum jumping.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you just did.
I just keep Danny right here in the ear. Aisha, you just did. Well, oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Yes.
there's a giant shift.
That was a giant shift.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. And now that you're working with the divine, you see how now your body's tired, you go lay down. That's just like a,
I'm in alignment with her.
yes, you're
What do
working.
you want me to do?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
That's gonna, now we talked about once you detox, when you're done detoxing, you're going to have so much more energy because you're not using it to repress all the trauma and carry it around with you.
And carried around. That was so heavy now that I think about it. It was so heavy. It was like this big old, I don't know if you know about the boot camp and how they carry those big bags they have you carry in boot camp. These big green, oh my God, it was so big. You had everything packed in it. So just imagine I had something just like that. They were long because I went to boot camps, I remember.
Yeah.
But that's what I was carrying, that imaginary big bag on my back every single day. Access.
Man, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of myself. Oh my gosh.
Yes, that you deserve it because you could have carried that bag around. That's what everybody wanted you to do.
Hmm.
Everybody else would have been happier if you kept that bag on and just kept it around.
But I dropped it and it was like, wait a minute. So what it was is boundaries. Wait a minute. Things are changing here. What is she doing? It's not supposed to happen. You're right. Mm.
That's what so many of us are doing. We put ourselves last. That little girl within us, she might as well not even be there because we're never going to stop to treat her like a person. Everybody else will be more important than her for the rest of our days.
She was neglected. A lot of the inner child, a lot of inner children are neglected. And wow, it did a number. It did a number on us. um, but I'm so happy I'm coming out of that. I have stepped out of it, and whew, still making strides.
Right now, considering all that you have done, and keep in mind, you're still detoxing.
Yeah. Oh, I am.
You're still
I
detoxing
am.
repressed trauma. So you're going to continue to feel it, but it's leaving. It's on its way out.
Yeah.
For now, rest. For now, enjoy. Allow your mind to be at ease as much as possible. Use your imagination like a child. Consider the future, what it is you want for yourself. How is it that you want the divine to use you? Use your imagination to. Now, if you can remember, there was a time when you were thinking to right now, when you were thinking about right now, what right now would look like. So use this time to start manifesting your next season. Use your imaginative energy, that childlike fan- fantasy, to project it onto the future
Okay.
intentionally. Like use your power to send your energy from here to your future to start building for you there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's important because that is the whole reason why the enemy didn't want you to get here.
That's right. Yep.
Whole reason. Because when you are emotionally available and aware of your own divine power,
Mm,
then you'll start to use it.
yeah. Yeah. You know, I understand. I don't think even now, I don't think people understand how powerful that is.
Yeah.
Very powerful. So I fully understand exactly what you just said. I fully understand. Yeah.
I think that is a good place to transition.
Yeah.
So I just added a note because we talked about spirit in our last session. I think given our current conversation, there's more to come around that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I may send you a follow-up email with some resources that you can read over, add into your meditation.
Okay. Yeah, I'm all for that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um, okay, well, with that, you have your C's nearby.
I do.
Hmm.
Yep, I sure do.
Okay. So the first point, the sympathetic point. I don't have my pen. So remember, we're gonna find.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that looks about right. Yeah, line up.
Yeah, I got it right. I finally put it in the right spot. Yeah, oh, I felt that. Yeah, yep, that's the right spot every
Yes, once you
time.
go ahead
Oh,
and
you oh, yeah, that's the point right there, you can tell.
get that on both sides.
Okay. Mm-mm. No, it's too far. There you go. Move it over. No,
Let me see.
it seems like it. I don't, that one's there.
It looks like it could be in the right spot.
Yeah.
The seed on the yeah, it's on the outside. It looks like it's in the right place. It
Okay, I didn't press it, so I have to press it to know if I feel that point.
yeah,
Yeah, it's there.
the
Okay.
seed should be bumping the cartilage in the
Yep.
back.
Yep.
And then on the second one, shin min. Remember, you're gonna start at the sympathetic, go midway across the
Okay.
cartilage, slightly up and slightly back. That one looks a little bit far. a little bit.
I took it too far back. Okay. Right there. Okay, that's it right there. This one gets me every time.
Mm.
Every single time.
That's why Shin Man is no joke. That's, I'm sure we talked about this first session, but that is the spirit gate.
Yeah, I was getting ready to tell you that. I watched the dope.
Yes. What did
And I
you?
was like, oh, that's why it's so sensitive.
Yes.
So when she had broke it down, I was like, oh, that's why.
That
Yeah,
point was a lot of work.
that's the spirit gate.
Did you have any other reflections from the movie, from the documentary?
I wrote some things down. So I said, oh, that's outside. Sorry. So when I did, I watched Dova's death, and I said when she went over the ear points and what they were for, emotion just came over me. I started crying because all the points are working on everything that I need work on. Soon as she listed them all, I was like, oh my gosh. And I just got emotional. So I was like, wow, amazing. I think, and there was something else I thought I had wrote. I can't remember everything, but the history behind it was just, wow. That's all I can say.
It really is
It
breathtaking.
it is. Yeah.
I just feel like there is some special anointing on this particular method of treating PTSD for Black women. I think there's a unique and specific power.
Yeah. Because I just got chills when you said that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so just a little plug for Dope as Death. It's just on YouTube chilling. You don't need
That's it.
it. It's
I
just
saved it. I was like, oh my God. It was absolutely wonderful.
yeah. I don't know why we're not talking. We have to talk about this more. We're gonna
We
talk about
have to talk about it more
this.
because I don't feel like enough people know.
Yeah, we don't. I was shocked. Like, wait a minute, what? The Black Panthers? Like,
Yes.
why don't
Yeah.
I know this already?
But we know why.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Now the thing that stood out to me, one observation I made was the way the government played the role of a narcissist to the T. To the T. The way that they attacked them, lied on them, smeared their name,
Yes. Everything.
just did everything they could to stop them for no good reason.
Well, they don't want us to evolve. You know what I'm saying? That's a suppressive action, a means of control. Oh no, they can't rise up above us. This is
Yeah.
what we're supposed to be anyway.
Yeah.
But
Mhm. Yep. There's so many themes swirling around this conversation.
it cannot be stopped. Look at us. What?
Yeah. If we could be stopped, we would be stopped by now.
Yeah, we would have been.
Uh-oh, I'm hearing we don't die, we multiply.
I love it. Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's right.
It's the
Mm,
truth. It's the truth.
it is the truth.
Okay. You ready for this kidney point?
Yes. Okay, so the kidney point, that that's the fear, right?
Kidney is, let me see,
That's the
sympathetic. and shin min. Kidney is fear, liver is anger, lung is grief.
So that's the liver part. That what I'm tired of irritation that's been coming up. It has been hitting that point. Okay, so I will say this. I knew what it was, and I was like, I was so irritated. I took it out. I was like, I took it. I was like, I was so this stuff is really bringing it up. But I put it back in like an hour later.
I have done that.
It was like, okay, put it back in. Put it back in. I did. Because it was intense. I was like, whoo. And I took the liver one off.
Yeah.
And then an hour later, I was like, put it back. Put it back in. Esha, don't do that. So I love it because it brings a lot up, but you go through the emotions with these ear seeds sometimes. And I was like, yeah, it wouldn't go away. The irritation. I had little, let me take you out for a minute because you're a little bit too much.
Yes.
This stuff is there. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's no joke.
It's no joke.
That's why I'm telling women who are curious and on the fence, like if you know in your heart you really don't want to go through it, maybe try a different treatment method because this is not new. It's not a gimmick. It's not an experiment. It's going to work for you.
It is.
You're going to experience a detox.
Yeah. Really.
So
I was like, let me just fess up. I took it out, but I put it back in the hour.
I'm glad you put it back. Glad you put it back.
That was the first time I did that. I was like, this is too much. And I knew where it was. I took it right out.
Make it work for you.
But yeah, after that, it stayed in.
That's why it's good to take notes because usually what I'm seeing so far, women usually experience sadness and grief the most in the first week, but then that kind of tapers off
Yeah.
and something else will come forward.
It's
So
like layers. Once
yeah,
that lifts, here comes the other stuff. The agitation, irritation, you upset. Like, why I'm upset? You don't know why. That's what I was experiencing this week. And I say it hit all at once. And I was like, I took it out. It's like, wait a minute. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but said, just tell her. Tell her you took it out.
yeah, that's a good point because when it gets too much, I'm glad you did that. Take it off. Come back later.
Yeah, I did. I put it back in. But I was like, no, we still gotta heal. So yeah.
That
All
I
right.
think it's a good practice in general. Take a breath, come back to it when you can, reapply it.
Yeah, so I keep these on me. They travel with me.
Good, good, good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. The liver is next. And you know that is
Right up.
second ridge in the ear, back to the wall, slightly above the cartilage.
And so I do have a question. When you feel that point, sometimes it's, oh, sorry, a cat jumped down. A little big. I don't know. When you feel that point, sometimes for me, I feel like I have to really reach up in there just to get the point to feel it. I'm trying to find it. There it is.
The liver or the kidney?
The the kidney.
The kidney.
I think I found it. Woo. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to reach underneath the cartilage to make
Yeah.
sure you're not putting it on the harder part of your ear. It should be in the soft, fleshy part. So it is kind of back, like back and up. Again, if you can visualize it, it should feel like it's right underneath shin min.
Oh, I think it was. And I didn't even know I was putting there because I felt the point.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
So you got your sympathetic, your shin man, you got the kidney. Have you put liver on yet? Or are you doing that one now?
I'm getting my other kidney in, and then there it is.
That's good to know.
Mhm.
This is week 4 of your not a detox. And this is when you have felt the most anger so far, would you say?
Yeah, angry, a lot of irritation and frustration came up. Just it was more irritation than anything. I was really irritated. Not it was just coming up. I was like, oh, it would not settle down. And that's when I was like, oh, I need a little break. I had to take that off. And then I did the breathing and I left it there for an hour and then I came back and I put it back in. But yeah, that's when I say that I was writing how everything came up at once, but that irritation was hitting me. Like I was like all up in here. It was all over, just irritated. And it wasn't like, the time of the month or anything. I was like, oh, I knew where it was. I was like, I gotta take this thing out my ear. So yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Well, man.
I knew
All
it was suppressed. I knew it was suppressed emotions, but I was like, mm-mm, mm-mm. Yeah.
Okay. Well, keep note this week of what, how your mood fluctuates.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now we're doing the liver.
Yes, the liver. And
This
you're
is
gonna
not
find
not here. It's up here.
find that
It,
inner ridge, go all
is it right underneath? Okay, the ridge. Is it above that ridge or just
up.
below it?
Yep, all
Okay.
the way to the back wall of your ear, and then you're slightly above the cartilage.
And there it is. Mm. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Yep, I can feel. Oh, no, that is the seeds there. Okay. Yeah, yep.
Great.
To the other side. The ridge. That's the liver. This is the. Oh, okay, let me move this one up some. Hold on. It's the kidney one. I have to move it up. It was a little bit too further down.
Remember that your kidney, the entire seed should be hidden.
Yeah, it was too far down. Okay. All right. So then the ridge and right. Yeah. And, okay. So, let's see. No, that's right on the ridge. Maybe, but no. Does it seem like it's there?
Yeah, that looks correct. I can tell.
Okay.
Each.
I think the other one is that one correct?
Hold on.
Okay.
Um, it looks like you moved it down a little bit.
This one?
It is in the right place. It's in the back against the wall of the ear.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just make sure you should be able to run your finger across the cartilage without bumping the seed.
I don't, okay.
Yeah, you should have to move up in the back to bump the seed.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. We're good.
And then that lung point, remember we find it by aligning with the step at the bottom
No, wrong
and
one. It's right
bring it
here.
upward. Yep,
It's this one, and it goes right in there.
right in there to that the deepest point.
Mm. Yep, got that one. Ooh, yep, that was it. Some of them you can feel, you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
That one's there. And then this one. I'm gonna move this one. For some reason, I don't think I hit the right spot with that one.
Point.
Just on the right, yeah, the liver one on the right ear. So hold on. So I got this one, but it's too close. I keep getting it too close. Okay, it seems like it's there now. Okay. Is it too close?
It looks like it's a little low.
Yeah.
You should be able to trace that cartilage without bumping it at all. Maybe the bottom of the Band-Aid paper.
Right here. Oh, that part cartilage right here.
Yeah,
Right
this
there. Okay.
little ridge in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should be able to run your finger completely across the whole thing without bumping into it.
I think I keep putting it in the same spot.
Yeah, it looks a little bit low. Was that below the cartilage?
Yeah. Does it go above it? I don't know why I'm having issues with this ear. Hold on.
Okay.
The liver is, no, that was the kidney. Okay. I think I got it that time. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks
It
correct.
looks, and it feels, yeah. Okay. Got
Double
it.
check that it is above. Let's see.
The,
Yeah, you can kind of see that my seed is sitting right on top of that cartilage.
it's, yeah, it's like the thinner part of the cartilage, right?
It
As
should
it,
see. Yeah,
this
if you
one.
have it in the right spot, it should feel like it's pressing into the flat, thin part of your ear,
Okay.
not the ridge that
Okay, it
feels
is. It
um,
is.
like the hard part.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, all right, those emotional, the kidney, liver, lung might
Mhm.
be sensitive than the other two. But yeah, just take note of what fluctuations you notice this week.
Okay.
Um, yeah, like I said, I'll send you an email with just some resources for you to go over. And if anything comes up, you have questions, you just let me know.
Okay.
Hey, don't forget to celebrate. I'm so excited to hear how you celebrate next
I
session.
know. So yeah.
Thank you for sharing this session with other
Yeah,
Black people who I believe really.
absolutely.
So yay, the role that we both get to play in representing NADA to Black women, because I feel like it's a part of our community. It's not something that
Oh, yes.
obviously rooted in Chinese medicine. It's acupuncture.
Mhm.
The Black Panthers and the Young Lords were the first to
Yes.
incorporate it as a treatment for addiction, and later on PTSD, that led to the National Acupuncture Detoxification Association. And so I think we need to be more aware of that and celebrate it and really utilize it because it has some special power for our community.
It
So
does. I'm excited.
yes, thank you again. It was a
Thank you.
pleasure as always, and I look forward to meeting with you again same time next week.
Sounds good.
All right,
Okay.
well, see you then.
Yeah.